All right, it's Friday. It's 1 o'clock. I'm not Doug Sutton, but you are listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. Doug is not here. We have a special guest in studio, live and in person.
Not that special.
Well, okay. Not that special.
I appreciate it, but not that special.
Not that special guest. Anyway, you're listening to Gazette Radio Hour on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. I'm here with our Mr. Entertainment, Mr. Music. Entertainment. He might tap dance later. You never know. Chris Burke.
I'm really good on the radio. Hey.
Chris Burke.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up. Doug couldn't be here today. He's off fighting the evil empire.
You know, I've done this a few times, and I've always done it with Doug. I've never done it with you, John. And I got to tell you, it's a kindler, gentler feeling here than usual.
Yeah,
there's a little more Christmassy, a little more uplifting.
Christmassy, yeah, whatever Christmassy thing. That's fine.
What do you mean?
I'm not really into the whole Christmas spirit thing this year. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but it's just not. It's not on my radar.
So how are you doing with the Christmas shopping? I mean, I'm assuming that's.
Okay, this is probably where I shot myself in the foot. Okay, I have 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm tired of. You have kids too, and
I do.
I'm sure most parents are really sick and tired of getting the list. Even husbands. You get the list.
Even especially husbands.
Especially husbands. You get the list. You go to the store. You buy what's on the list. You don't deviate from the list. I mean, I had 1 year. My kids gave me websites, and they had pictures attached. It was all in this intricate PowerPoint display, and that was exactly what I had to buy them.
Makes it very easy for you, though, doesn't it?
It was very easy, but where's the Christmas spirit?
Yeah, I agree.
There's no thought.
I agree. I get the catalogs with the end of the pages dog ear.
Oh no! This was a PowerPoint display.
Okay.
They had it.
Okay.
It was like turn the page, and it was amazing.
You can't do wrong.
It was very great, but
they know what they're getting.
But there's no thought.
I agree.
I really like the idea. So this year, like an idiot, I told them, I said, guys, I don't want to know what you want for Christmas. And they're like, you're just gonna give us cash?
Fear in their eyes.
You're gonna give us cash?
Cash, right?
Give me gift cards. I need grocery gift cards. I said, no. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to buy you something that I think you would like.
Like that.
And that's when the fear turned into their eyes. There are things that I am not. Well, you can't buy me clothes. You don't know what I'd like. It's like, I've seen you in clothes for the last year. I have a sense of your taste, a sense of your style. You're going to try to pick up my style, Dad? Yeah, so that's what I've left myself with.
Okay, so now what do you do opposite? Now, what are they going to get you? Do you let them know? Do they ask you what you want?
No. Last year what I did is I gave them my credit card and I said, go buy me something.
Oh, geez. Well, there's a little... That's not real Christmassy either.
It wasn't very Christmassy, but at least I knew that I was going to get something that, from Macy's, it wasn't bad.
It cost a lot.
It cost a lot.
Doesn't mean it's going to be right. It just means it cost a lot.
And I could always take it back. I said, save the receipt.
Yeah.
1 year, the best thing ever was my oldest daughter's a little bit of a smart aleck, kind of like me.
What a shock.
We're walking through Macy's, and I pick up this ugly shirt. It was like orange and yellow, and like burnt orange and yellow, and paisley. It was hideous. I'm sorry, you probably are. Kind of like the one you're wearing.
Yeah, thanks.
Whoa, that could have gone over really well.
Like this?
But I go, oh, I really love this shirt. This would be great. And she goes, are you kidding? I was like, yes, of course I'm kidding. Right? And I put it back, and we walked away. Guess what I got for Christmas?
You opened it Christmas morning.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was very well played.
Well, you paid for it.
Very well played. I played. No,
funny for her.
And then I took it back, and we had a good laugh about it. But that was one of the best things, I think. But what about you? You got all kinds of Christmas spirit.
Well, I do, and I'm into the spirit this year. I have the spirit, except it won't be a lot of presents under the tree at my house because my family's traveling. Their Christmas presents are traveling, so they may be opening a few travel books. But it's okay that I said it. It's okay that I told them what they're getting.
Know?
Well, I just said it on the air. But the good news is they don't listen, so I'm okay.
Wow, I don't know if that's good news or bad news.
Yeah, I know. No, they're not.
So wait a minute. You're sending. My understanding is you're sending your wife and your daughter away.
I am.
Most people would think that's a present for you.
No. Don't. What would make you say that?
I've met your wife?
That's what we call a win-win.
Yeah,
all right?
Win-win. I like that.
We got the boys at home and the girls on the road.
That's not bad.
No,
I would have, considering I have 3 daughters and an ex-wife, I would have loved to have sent them all away.
Well, yours would be a little more expensive than mine's going to be.
I could have stayed with the dog all weekend.
Well, my daughter's going to be tagging her South Africa semester with APU with a little trip to London. So at the end, April, May, that's what she's doing, and she's real excited going to APU, but also going to South Africa and studying the semester.
Yeah, that's going to be. Yeah. That in and of itself is going to be good. Yeah. I've got my daughter will continue to work at. She's working for a fire helmet manufacturer, fire equipment manufacturer out in Riverside. She's going to continue to work out there.
How old are your kids?
I have a 22-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 15-year-old. 15 is president of the sophomore class at Golden Valley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
hear it for her.
There's a reason you're at those football games every week.
She still likes me, so I can talk about her.
Okay.
The rest of them... But no, so we've got some really cool things coming up today, especially.
We do.
And then we're going to be off next week. I don't know whether Doug told you, but we're not even going to be calling you next week.
Really?
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas. He's giving me the day off.
Well, what do I do at 1 o'clock? I don't know what to do.
You may have to. I think Hogan's Heroes on
Okay,
TV Land.
okay.
I was watching that this morning. Did you realize you couldn't do Hogan's Heroes now? But no, there's all kinds of things I want to talk to you about. Especially, it's really good that you're here. There's all kinds of entertainment news we want to talk about.
Cool.
We've got some other stuff we want to talk about. I know you're a massive Dodgers fan. We'll have a Dodgers roundtable later.
That sounds good. And we also have a guest from a retailer in the Santa Clarita Valley. Speaking of Christmas presents, one of my absolute favorites from J. David's at the
So maybe you can cut my kids a deal.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
There you
not
go.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
That's the guy you want to talk to.
And Peter, I got to admit, I have not gotten your present yet. I'm just saying. I haven't received your present yet. The present
That requires Peter listening to what you're saying
wow.
first.
All right, you listen to Gazette Radio with Doug and John at AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. Obviously, without Peter, we'll be right back. All right, I'm not going to do the Doug. I'm not going to say it's because you need to know. That's why you're listening. But I'm glad you're listening. Listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS. Santa Clarita's hometown station. Although we're changing the name today. Let's make it the Gazette Radio Hour with
Chris and John.
John and Chris.
Okay, John
We'll
and
go
Chris.
alphabetical.
That's
John
fine.
and Chris.
That's fine.
All right. So we have I take it, reverse alphabetical. Sometimes that works.
Okay.
So Christmas shopping, right? That's what we're going to talk about?
We were talking about it earlier. I got to tell you, I hate shopping. And I hate shopping for myself. I love buying presents for other people, for my family, for friends. I hate shopping for myself, especially when it comes to clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I don't have a good feel for it. I don't have a good eye for it.
We can tell.
Okay, that was too easy. I just lobbed that right up for you.
Somebody had to say it.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody had
I know
to say it.
So we have our first guest on the show today is a friend of mine. He's been in the Santa Clarita Valley, and I'm going to screw this up, I'm sure, 20 years, maybe?
Ask him.
I will ask him, actually, or you can. And his name is David Gunther, and he's the owner of J. David Clothiers? Clothes? What's the right word?
J. David's Custom Clothiers.
Custom Clothiers.
This guy is a class act. His clothes are fantastic. When I first started going to him, it was one of those special things. I could go and buy a jacket. I've even had a couple jackets made by him. And it was always a treat to go there, but with quality, you spend a little more money, and it's tough to do that all the time. And so I would go there, and I'd get something really special. And as I look back, my closet is full now of J. David clothes, and I love every piece. He's the best. How you doing?
You know what? I'm doing awesome. Chris, how are you guys doing today?
Good. That's
Great.
a pretty good introduction. All right, so let me ask you. You're a good person to ask. How's the Christmas season going for you guys?
Outstanding for us. We are in a growth mode for sure, and it's just been very consistent. Business has been great. The Santa Clarita Valley has certainly taken great care of us, as I hope to think we've taken care of them for 32 years now.
32
I was
years.
gonna say.
So what's your first location?
The first location when I first started out here in Santa Clarita was as Parker's Menswear, a company I worked for in Granary Square.
Wow.
And we were the very first store to open up there in September of 1982.
Okay, so I met you at the mall, and there was another, we won't mention, clothier there at the time that was just crap.
That's okay.
But yours was fantastic.
Should mention that one just in case.
Was it Tally Ho or something like that?
Wow.
Yeah, Tally for Men. But you know what? They were really nice guys. We all have our...
Oh, stop it.
We all have our niche. And,
Exactly.
They certainly weren't as nice as me, granted, but no, it's all good. You know what?
So when did you get to the mall, David?
When did I get to the mall?
Yeah.
In 1992. We moved here when the mall opened.
Okay.
We were one of those tenants the grand opening night, which was in 1992, and it was a learning experience for me. Even though it was a tough experience from a business standpoint, it took 3 years. We'd lost everything we had built up till that point.
Oh, man.
However, I really wouldn't trade that experience because I learned so much about business and big business by going through what we did. So I look at every experience, good and bad, as necessary to get better. So
Right. Oh, absolutely. So you left the mall, and then where'd you go?
we moved over in 1995, we moved over on I-5 and Lyons Avenue by the Outback Steakhouse.
That's right.
And we were there for 17 years. And it was a good spot for us, and we were very blessed that, 17 years after we moved, Westfield came knocking on our door, and they really wanted us to be their kind of one of the anchor spots out here at the new patios, or what was new then 4 years ago,
Right.
2010, and we were very blessed that we had built a nice business, and they wanted to have us be a part of their exciting new expansion here at the mall, and here we are.
I'm calling you out because you missed a spot.
Which spot?
You missed where the paint store is now.
I didn't miss it. You missed it.
Uh-oh.
Was that before the was that before the mall?
When I bought the company from the previous owner, we were just leaving. I'm sorry for all the we were just leaving McBean Granary Square, and that was in 1988. And we moved over onto Soledad Canyon Road. We were right across the street from where the Home Depot is now.
Right.
And we were there from 88 till 92 when the mall was built. When the mall was built, I was so excited with anticipation, like every other Santa Clarita resident.
Oh, absolutely. I remember that.
Could not wait to be able to get into this new regional mall. And so we moved in here in 92, and that didn't work, and we ended up over on the old road for 17 years, and now we're back on the mall property in our final spot because I love it here.
Yeah, you've got a great spot.
Okay, when we come back, I do want to ask you why you stayed in Santa Clarita, and
Sure.
and when do you think you took off? Out of all these places, what was the high spot for you?
I got better questions than that. I want to
You
find
do?
out about fashion. I need a new suit. I got to figure out what to get.
Well,
what I'm
he
looking
definitely
for.
needs some fashion advice, so we can hit that as well.
There you
I've
go.
got all the answers.
All right, David. We'll have you back in a second. We're going to take a break here real quick. You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John and our special guest, Chris. So maybe we just, how about just the hour of Gazette Radio talk or
That
something?
works. That works.
We'll change everything. What the heck?
Change it all up.
And we're on hometown Santa Clarita station. No, we can't do that. We're on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS. We will be right back with David from J. David Clothier, Custom Clothiers.
Custom
Oh, I
Clothiers.
almost got that right.